Greetings everyone, and good evening, and welcome. I just want to share my thoughts and like how important your mind is. Of course, it's always about the mind, and that is like, what are your rituals? Here, just to question the self. What are your rituals before you rest? And what are some ritual habits that you are creating or that you have created before you rest? And also, what are the rituals you have for yourself when you rise on that new day? Because it's very important, the rituals that we do for ourselves, just to be aware of how we are setting when we're resting and also as we are rising. And also, one thing I also want to share, that before we rest, like when we are going to sleep, that the mind is its most conscious state when we wake up, and also when we go to sleep, when we rise. Our mind is in the most conscious state. So like, before, even you're like, what, how can it be very conscious when it's like sleepy? And the thing is, like, it's very important what you are feeding and taking in your mind before you go to bed, because it starts, like, the images, or if you're listening or you're seeing all these other things before you go to sleep, that is going to be setting in your mind and your conscience, and is sinking into your subconscious mind. So it's very important, what are you inputting? Meaning, it's because your mind is like a computer. What are you inputting and programming your mind before you go to sleep? And also when you wake up, when you rise in the new day, is also how do you know how are you noticing when you rise? Like, are you going and checking your phone right away? Are you watching the news? Are you connecting more with yourself and noticing your breathing and giving thanks to the new day? Are you giving thanks? Are you starting off with gratitude when you rise? And also, before you go to sleep, are you giving thanks for everything? So it's just like knowing your rituals. Also, how are you programming your mind before you rest and when you rise? Because your mind is at the most conscious state. It's if you can look it up yourself. Our mind goes in different state forms: alpha, beta, delta. And notice, before we rest, our mind is at the most conscious state as well as we rise. So it's very important. What are your rituals that you have set for you, for yourself? Because no one can do this for you but you, and that starts with self-awareness. My dog's all over the place. So it all starts with self-awareness. And here you can even read, what impressions, what imprints do you want to put on your blueprint, and that is in your mind. And know that you can always change it, because that's your mind. And know that there's other people are trying to program and trying to control your mind. But know that when you become aware of your own mind, that you're like, hey, I can be my own programmer. I am in charge, because you are. And you are so powerful, because you are. And it's just for you to know that you are. And that's where it begins. And I'm so excited for you. So if you want to share or send me a message like, hey, I started doing this and that, and notice if it began to make a difference, how your mind, because it all starts here. It all starts in here, to change on how we want to see, and our shift, how we view things is first comes here. Our paradigm, shifting our perception and how we want to see things. So you are the programmer. God bless and many blessings. I'm so excited for you. Yay!